Okay, yes. Hello, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. Yes, my TikTok is getting out of control. That is for sure. Um, First, I want to say hello to everybody. I'm sorry I canceled on you guys yesterday. I wasn't feeling good. Um, Hold on, let me fix this. There we go. Now I feel better. Yes, for real, Stasia. What's up, Tiny Dancer, Jessel, Canine Rules, Jessie Cat, Anissa, Little Linda, Truth Seeker, Ubergrowl, Verbal Abuse, I Dream of Genie, Lawyer JP Fluff, D Froggy, Southern Girl, Green Eyed Lady, Pollyanna. I appreciate y'all for being here. Okay, So real quick, I want to go over my community post from yesterday and what I mean. So, hey, Virgo away. Let me read this to y'all. It says, please, everyone, please listen. 1. I'm not going behind the scenes doing anything. All of my free time is spent on TikTok working on new content. 2. I just don't care what anyone says or has said about me. 3. I don't care if Fuck Clown Easy or Constant Spew or anyone else for that matter still is putting me on their videos talking shit or whatever. 4. I have successfully walked away from all controversy. I don't care what lies have been told, are still being told, etc. They are lies being spun from people that are so far beneath me, I cannot even begin to combat their bullshit, nor would I waste the energy. Please, everyone, I know the 2 I mentioned won't let me go, but here's the deal. Ignorance is totally bliss. I have exited all communities I once was in. I have not done shit that's not been done in front of everyone in months. Please, 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 I know you all mean well, but please stop sending me clips or screenshots. You all have been so amazing to me, and I so appreciate all that you've done and helped me cover in the past and combat all their narratives. But today, I am just not about that life anymore, you know. I legit just want to laugh and entertain my friends on here. Sorry, one second. Mr. Linus. Where's that? Okay. I legit just want to laugh and entertain my friends on here. Please know, I know you're not being malicious or trying to stir the pot. I refuse to fight with anyone another day. Let people lie. It truly does not change anything in my life, but it does take up precious time we have to enjoy ourselves on this platform made for entertainment. Thank you for always having my back, always, but let's just let it go, you know. Hashtag make YouTube fun again. So I fucking totally mean that shit. Let me shut these tabs. Guys, I want to be free. You know what I mean? Yeah, fuck clown. He is a fuck clown. Let's be real. Yeah. What I want from this, okay, I mod everyone. So I'm working on a new intro to kind of cover what I will be going over, what I won't be going over. Oh my God, I said that way wrong. I'm working on a new intro because I'm totally rebranding everything. I'm going to change up all my memberships, everything. Everything I'm working on redoing. And I want it all to end. So I'm working on a new intro to kind of cover the warning for my channel, like, you know, don't go harass these people, shit like that. So I was working on that last night, and I was just kind of thinking through everything that I want to change. And I started getting emails about, you know, this person saying this, and I think Easy was live at this point. So I was getting clips, and I'm just like, please, you know what I mean? I don't care. I know I'm working with Jimbo, I'm working with Ernie, I'm working with Nicolina, no, I'm not. I'm not talking to anybody. Hey, Tracy F. I hope I didn't miss anybody. Yeah. I'm over it. All of it. I don't care. So please, I understand, you know what I mean? Before, it was helpful. All the clips and covering people and jumping here and trolling here. And I just, listen, this is going to become neutral. Neutral. Leave your fucking alliances at the door. If you want to come in and chat, come in and chat. It's not about the drama anymore. So I do expect a huge turnover, and I'm totally fine with everything going forward. So that's what my community post was about. I'm not interested in the who says what about me. I just don't care. So let me start. If you watched part 1 2 days ago, if you haven't, go back and watch it because it's fucking hilarious. This guy Jupiter, he is a fucking mess. He is an absolute fucking mess. Thanks, Tracy F. Thanks, Tiny Dancer. Yeah, I'm totally fine with going forward, not doing anything, not having anything that I had before. Totally fine with all of that. I'm just so tired. I'm so fucking tired, and I just can't keep it up anymore. Um, it's a fight that never ends, and it's a fight for content. And I have content. Like I have things to talk about. I have crazy things that I find on the internet that we can laugh about, and I'm just so tired. So going forward, I'm done. I'm totally fucking done. I don't care. So I appreciate everyone looking out for me, but just have some fun on this fucking platform. If you can't have fun on this platform, it's like, why are we still here? You know? Okay. It is for real, Tiny Dancer. Yeah, laughter is the best. And I legitimately, I have spent days laughing my ass off on TikTok. This shit, what's up, COVID? This shit is so gross. Okay, so we are I'm going to play this video all the way through. You guys are not ready. I said get your barf buckets. I fucking mean it. So let me cue this up. All right, so this screen, let me make it a little bit bigger for y'all. It says, what would you do if you got this message? So this is an actual Snapchat to Sophia. Now, Sophia is a troll on, I put her link in the description of this live. If you guys want to check out her TikTok, everybody's TikTok, Linda's, Sophia's, and Barry's, I believe, TikToks are in this description of this live. So y'all ain't ready for this.
Hey, Sophia, I know that you're crushing on me. I know that deep down. So here's my video to you.
So bad.
The reason why I want to be your boyfriend is because I need someone who's human to share my lonely nights with my human half.
Oh.
I need to know if you'd be willing to spend your days with my human half. And I want you to know that I love you. The reason why I'm asking you this is because my human half gets lonely and I want to be able to see you again. And yeah, I'm using my powers right now as we speak. I'm using them to send this message.
This human half.
I'm using my powers to help you.
All right, JP Plus, love you. It's so fucking bad. What the hell would you do if you got that fucking Snapchat? Okay, so here's another Snapchat. My friends received this lovely video from Jupiter. Here we go.
Okay, Maya, 3 reasons we should date. 1, if you like what you see, then take it. 2, if you think that you'll be able to handle me, then that's on you. 3, you're cute as hell, and I'd love to have you on my arm. And here's a 4th reason. If you think that you'll be able to tame my inner beast, knock yourself out, girl. Thanks for watching.
You want to? Oh, Maya. Thank you, Tracy. Hold on, let me pause this. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate you. We do need the fucking laughter. It's so fucking bad. It's so fucking bad. I'm like, why? How? And listen, you know he didn't even fucking. Okay, so you know he picks up his phone to make this video for Maya, right? Who I actually think is a minor, but we're about to get into the minor shit here in a little bit. He picked up his phone intending to make this video, right? Didn't even brush his hair or nothing. Nothing. Listen, this kid or this guy, he's a fucking disaster. I just it's rough. All right, let me give it up. Thank you again, Tracy. I appreciate it. Oh, it's so bad. So fucking bad. It's about to get worse, y'all. If you can only imagine, today might be a little bit of a long one because we've got quite a bit of content to fucking cover. It's pretty gross.
These are my reasons for you to date me. Peace.
Peace.
Well, this is Jupiter, and I enjoyed.
Okay, so the text says, my friend sent me this video that Jupiter sent her. Also, he asked to date her first. So I don't know what he means by what you said. So Stacia, he doesn't give a fuck.
What you said, and I would love to be yours.
So it shows it's just a little small, but it just proves what the person said, that he asked to date her. So she does no clue what he means by what you said.
Let me show you what I mean by that. When you ask me to howl for you, well, this is what I'm going to do. And yes, if you want to be mine, then you like what you see, then take it.
It's his fucking go-to line. If you like what you see, then take it.
That's all I got to say to you. If you like me and like what you see, take it for yourself. I'm willing to be yours forever, if you want me to be.
Okay. Woo.
So
this is yet another Snapchat. This guy, he's active, very active in Snapchat, Discord. He's always doing some crazy shit.
Name is Sophia, right? Well, this little devil wants you to know the reason why he wants you to date him is because if you like what you see, you take it. You like what you want, then grab it. You know the price and buy it. These are the reasons why I want you to date me. Is you're cute, you make me laugh, you make me smile, and I love you, and hopefully you will love me in return.
Gross. Ew.
And Sophia, you like what you see, take it. You want it,
yes,
take it for yourself.
So what's up, Joe Spring? Yeah, y'all ain't ready for this shit today. It's about to be a wild one. I'm just giving y'all a little taste of his little Snapchat. Thank you, Sapphire. Yes, loving the crazy TikTok for real. Listen, it's a pain in the ass to sit and record, you know what I mean? But oh my god, it's so worth it in the end. So fucking worth it. Put this shit together. It's so fucking funny. Linus sat here and was pissed. All this howling when I put this video together. So puppy warning, there's about to be much more howling and other weird noises. I have no idea what they are.
And you're brave.
Also brown mattress warning.
Brave, smart, and cute. Those are the reasons why I want you to date me.
Ew.
Jupiter's here for you, baby.
Jupiter's here for you, baby.
Sophia.
And here's yet another Snapchat.
I know that you want
this. Listen, I'm just going to say trigger fucking warning. Okay? Trigger warning.
this badly. This werewolf is very hot for you.
He said this werewolf is very hot for you. Oh, damn.
And if you like what you see, then take it. Because this is your way of knowing that we're going to date. So, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah. So tiny.
There you go, Sophia. My love. Gave you a kiss. And also, love you so much. This is the reason I want you to date me, is because you're hot, You're sexy, and I wish that I could be there with you.
Oh,
Yeah, this is the werewolf.
all right. Get ready. This is the werewolf oath. No, you didn't mishear me. This is the werewolf oath.
Ultima oath that you made with me. Say your name. State that you will always be loyal and always follow the Ultima's rules, and to never ever break apart from the pack. That your body and mind serve the pack. May you always be loyal to the pack, and may you always submit. And always be loyal to those around you and help your fellow pack members. This is the Ultima's oath.
How many fucking werewolves? Okay, let's be real. How many fucking werewolves are just running the planet? The shit this guy just sits and just makes shit up. It's fucking insane. What's up, I am hot? It's insane. And he just goes on and on and on and on and on and on. I think if you guys watched part 1, you seen the fucking Linda Binda TikTok compilation. Holy fucking shit. And like I said, all of the links are in the description of this live. It's a lot of this shit. We got a lot of this shit today. It's gonna be a wild fucking day.
You take it. Yeah, this is it.
We're best friends. We're best friends.
Yeah.
Now this is just fucking weird, but this is an old Jupiter TikTok that kind of surfaced.
And we have wieners.
And we both have wieners?
Yeah.
Is that why we're best friends?
Yeah.
Perfect. We're best friends?
Yeah. And we
Nyla, check this out. Oh. I love you.
I have no idea.
And I know you want me. I know you want it bad from me.
Should I put a scrolling trigger warning?
Hey, Maya M. This is for you. This is for you.
What's up, I am Hawk?
What are 2 clips that give off the same energy?
Hi, baby girl.
Okay, this is rough.
Everything's okay, I promise. I forgive you. It's okay, don't worry about it. I love you. I love you more than there are grains of sand
People,
on
get
every
fucking
beach.
pissed,
I
man.
need you in my life.
Again, these are not
I
children.
need you more
That's
than
right.
humans need water and food to survive. Stay perfect, just for me.
So, your name is Sophia, right? Well, this little devil wants you to know the reason why he wants you to date him is because if you like what you see, you take it.
So you might
If
as
you like
well
what you
soon.
want,
We might have some caller action coming very soon.
you know you want, then grab it. You know the price and buy it. These are the reasons why I want you to date me. Is you're cute, you make me laugh, you make me smile, and I love you, and hopefully you will love me in return. And Sophia, you're brave, smart, and cute. Those are the reasons why I want you to date me. Jupiter's here for you, baby.
Yes, I am Hawk.
Hey, Sophia, I heard Jupiter once.
All right, so now we are getting ready to introduce yet another element. This, everyone, is Barry. Okay? Like I said, I wanted to catch everybody up because we have Barry back. We have Jupiter back. And then, of course, the trolls are back. Linda Binda, our hero troll number 1, and Sophia, our hero troll number 2. So we can keep updated if we know the backstory of these people. Yes, Barry, listen, do not name your kids Barry. That's all I'm going to say. So what's up, Nayem? Yeah, it's about to get weird. We need I'm trying to come up with a trigger warning for this, but I don't think there is one. I don't think there is one. This is like, I don't even have a good analogy of how crazy this shit is. And it's only about to get crazier from here. So let's meet Barry. Barry, okay, let me pause real quick. I will be doing, yeah, we're way past weird. Yes, little Linda. So, Barry we're going to introduce, I already started putting videos together to introduce you all to Barry. So, yes, I am mock. It's bad. So, in the next few lives, I will introduce you guys to Barry, just like I've introduced you to Jupiter. So I'm going to save Barry's content for that live, and there is plenty of it to cover. But after this little video, I'm going to show you, I was a couple days ago not 100% certain on the backstory of Barry. So now that I've been digging into Barry, holy fucking shit. Arsonist, groomer. He only talks to minors. Now, listen, there will be some racist thing that Barry says, but again, these people just do this shit, and you'll see why. They're trying, for whatever reason, to get some type of fame, and it backfires tremendously. So, but Barry don't give a fuck. So there's that. I don't know, Nico, because this is just the first shit I found. You know what I mean? I feel like I have a knack for just finding. Maybe that's just my vibration that I pick up on. I don't know.
You to tame him inner beast. I'm afraid that won't be necessary because you're already going to tame mine. Ruff, 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 ruff. Ow! Ow!
Trigger warning. Trigger fucking warning.
I know you like what you see because I'm often compared to the heartthrobs of Twilight, usually mistaken for Edward. Cheratora is my wife, and my pony Jupiter is a fraud, taking away my life. Sophia is the vampire queen who shall marry me. I'm not scared to show Jupiter my fangs to fight for dominance.
All right. This is the point of no return, people. We are about to witness very, very soon a face-off of all proportions between Barry and Jupiter for the love of Sophia.
So what do you say, Sophia? Will you accept me as your vampire werewolf king? Ow! Ow! Jupiter, you're a whole zest fest. You're zestier than my lemon zest.
Oh, woo! Listen, why? God, why? All right, let me introduce you to Barry. These people are fucking a zest fest. Hi, Sister Callie. I don't know what is happening. Listen, I'm telling you, it only gets worse from here, okay? We are at the point of no return. We've already fallen down the cliff. There's only survival at this point. telling you, I have been laughing like for fucking days. I'm sitting recording this shit and I'm just like, what the fuck did I just watch? Sometimes I have to watch it like 3 times to process what the fuck I just watched. I can't even fucking breathe. Oh, okay. Welcome to Barry, people. Welcome to fucking Barry. I know. Yes, I am Hawk. You can be my vampire werewolf king. All right. He has a fucking dog collar in this one.
This is for you, Sophia
Let me
Cat.
turn this up just a bit. Oh gosh. I can't. So fucking funny. Okay.
Kate and Libby. This is for you, Sophia Cat, Kate, and Libby.
So I was under the impression that he is, being someone's giving him these lines. You're welcome, Nahum, and happy birthday. Happy birthday, Nay. So I was under the impression people were sending him messages to read. No. He's reading his messages. Yes. So he's sending these messages to people and then he records himself. I don't know why.
Woof, 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 woof. Oh, hello there. I'm waiting for my owner to get home. Sophia, I can't wait for her to feed me. I've been waiting at my bowl for hours. I'm a hungry little boy. Woof, 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 woof.
I don't know what the fuck he's even doing. He's playing fucking peekaboo or some shit. Or he's coming out the closet. I have no fucking clue. This is Barry content right here. Random weirdo shit. And then reading his text messages that he sends to minors and trolls.
Thank you to my boss, Sophia, the cool queen, who made me shave my eyebrows. It's an awesome fashion statement. I really wove my girls. Also, my girl Sophia asked me to put this diaper on my head. To my queen, thank you to my queen. Bye, queen.
All right. I think we have introduced Barry enough. Like I said, we're going to do a complete breakdown of Barry, and I will introduce all of you to Barry very soon. Yeah. Wild. All right. Yeah, he had a fucking diaper on his head. I love TikTok. Okay. I fucking love TikTok. I have found just in the last, I took a break yesterday, or maybe I didn't. Fuck, all my days go together. You're very welcome, Nay. All my days are just blending together. But I took a break at some point. I took notes because I did find 2 scammers, and these are fucking funny, okay? These are hilarious. I don't know if it's a humiliation kink. I'm just as lost as you. I don't know. I don't know anymore. The only thing I know is that I don't know anything. That's the one thing I'm certain. Okay, so we are now to the point in Mr. Jupiter's life that where the minor issues, and what I mean by that is that he is actively fucking talking to minors online. So that's about where we're at. Now I'm gonna start this video. I'm telling y'all ain't ready.
Because
Yeah,
so
she's very shy though. She doesn't like being on camera for very long. It just freaks her out.
could you
She's
ask?
very shy.
So
Can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage?
Now, she just said, Jupiter, can I still send you pictures of myself even though I'm underage? So there are a lot of trolls that fuck with him and get him to, I know K9. Now this is and let me just preface this by saying, talking to minors, exploitation of minors, it's a very serious topic. But Linda Binda, our superhero troll, is on it, and we're going to cover the things that she's done, the steps that she took when she was notified, pretty much, that all of these minors were being contacted by Jupiter. Then later we are going to do a very gross fucking interview. So all this laugh is going to pay off because this interview that Linda Binda does that we're going to show later, it's fucking sick. So Jupiter's got a whole host of issues and they all get exposed. And like I said, I wanted to catch you guys up because now Linda Binda is still trying to contact Jupiter and get this story out. She's working on a documentary and she's on to something. But Linda Binda, if you're not subbed to her, I'll drop her link here in a little bit. Her link for her YouTube channel is in the description of this live. And I'm going to tell you right now, she is fucking funny. Like, she cracks me up. And she interviews all these weirdos on TikTok, and it's hilarious. I want to say it's Nampa, Nam. But don't quote me, somewhere around there. He keeps getting moved around in Idaho, so different group homes and shit when he gets kicked out a lot. Surprise, right? I'm sure you're shocked by that.
Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to, because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on trying me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
I'd lower the age of consent all the way to 16 if you guys wanted me to. Or I'd even change it to 15 if you guys want.
Have you ever thought about maybe becoming a porn star? Have you ever thought about that? I mean, what if you and I decided to make, if ever you and I got married and we decided to make our own videos, and we added them to different sites and they paid us a butt ton of money, would you consider doing it with me every time?
It may, and it may not. Here's the big question. Have you touched the little kid?
Hey, Ash. Good to see you. All right. So you've just seen a couple clips where he's very openly talking to minors. I didn't put a bunch of them in here. There are plenty to find. But just to give you a little explanation, now creators start to question him publicly. Yeah, definitely sub to Linda Binda. She's hilarious. I'll get her link in just a second. Drop it in the chat.
Have you touched the little kid?
No.
Have you asked for pornographic pictures, Jupiter?
I'm not harming anyone. I'm just here to have fun and
Wait.
So, and a lot of this is, all right, I don't have the, sorry, Nate. I don't have the right words, but some of these people that are intellectually challenged, I don't know the right words, so don't get all up in your feelings about it. You got to tell them no. You got to establish boundaries. Like I said in my last live, because he lived a life where his foster mother just said, well, he's slow, he doesn't know any better. She created, and I'm not throwing shade on her, okay? I'm just saying it happens. It happens a lot. I get that they're slower, but they still need to understand things are appropriate. Now, I will say this on his behalf. when you are in a relationship and you're slower online, their minds don't always distinguish because they don't have a small child in front of them. Does that make sense? So it's disconnected. So it is a little dangerous when we start trolling these people saying, I'm a minor, and getting them to do things. It is encouraging them, and that's kind of why I'm anti that in this situation. But also, this shit needs to come out because they need to be sat down and explained. But he is right on one thing. The police are not doing anything because this online stuff, he is being led into it by trolls. So it's a double-edged sword. But in his real life, he is absolutely doing fucked up things that keep getting him in trouble. So we'll watch that. I love you, truth be told. It's good to see you. But we're about to watch all that shit go down. It's fucking wild. This guy is a mess. So like I said, he also gets this anonymous account, I believe. I don't know a lot of them or a lot of the story about Anonymous, but it's a very huge channel. I want to say like 1 million followers, and Anonymous tears his ass up. So
That I accept my consequences in life. I accepted myself.
it is, Anissa. It is a lot. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me today. This is fucking wild, okay?
I accepted that most of you don't like me. And I accept that you think I'm a pedophile. I accept that. I accept that. You can call me what you wish. But deep down, I'm scared of myself and the people around me because I'm scared I'm going to hurt someone. I'm scared that people out there are going to try and hurt me. Now,
he does a lot of these videos. So I've got a bunch of them lined up over here. He does a lot of these videos where he'll come out and he say, I am a predator. Hey, Meg, good to see you. I am a predator. I'm sorry for my actions. And then legitimately. So this is June 23rd. You know that clip that I played where it came out, the very first one I played that said, even though I'm a minor, is it okay if I send you pictures? That actually happened the day after he did this live. So this is his MO. He'll come out, he'll say, I'm so sorry for my actions, I'm ashamed, I want to do better. And then it comes out that literally moments after he ends this, he's talking to minors again. And then his third move is to cry about his life. Now, this guy has had a really fucked up life. Don't get me wrong. What's a virus, Jesse? But this is his pattern. So it's a fucking disaster. We are really stepping into a shit show.
I'm scared, I should have just thought before I did anything. But truth was, I don't identify as myself anymore. I'm not even sure who I am anymore.
He just said, I don't identify as myself anymore. What the fuck does that even mean? Hello, Katie. All right. So this is July 4th. He comes out with this huge, let's say, admission video. And Ash, no, he does not. His family, and we'll get to watch the interview towards the end of this live of his sister. So he lives in group homes and shit now. So yeah, exactly, Jesse. It's about to be described later in this live in horrible detail. So like I said, get your barf buckets ready.
To Bree and everyone else I have hurt or caused trauma or harm to. It is with heavy heart that I admit to my crimes.
Good to see you, Katie.
It is with heavy heart that I am no longer part of the Jupiter bloodline. My father.
He just said I'm no longer part of the Jupiter bloodline. What the fuck?
father has disowned me. I only beg for your forgiveness, and I will seek whatever punishment comes after. Please, allow this Jupiter a way to say he is sorry. Allow him to beg upon your mercy and be forgiven of my sins. This probably will be the last Jupiter you ever hear from. I'm very sorry.
He also always says this too. Hey, Cat's Meow. Yes, his prayer for real and is that he always says pretty much, I'm leaving, you know, you'll never see me again. And then literally within days, he's resurfaced. I think, though, after this set of videos, he did take a couple months off. Yes, Tracy. Hi, Moonrain. Cat's Meow. This is a wild one, okay? This is the wildest shit I've ever covered so far.
Fair.
Hey everybody, this is Linda with part 3 of showing you guys.
And like I said, on her channel, she's got all these different videos of each of the interactions. I just gave you guys like a little compilation video that she did, well, partially. I don't want to take all her, content, but it's fucking wild. She does have bigger sections on her YouTube channel, and let me get the link for that.
Evidence of things Jupiter has said and done to minors. And if you didn't watch part 2, make sure you go back to my last video, because that is the video where Jupiter apologized on July 4th. However, not even 24 hours later, in his Discord, he sent this. If you feel like you are mature enough to make babies, then you are old enough to do so. To which someone replied, so you would breed me even if I'm 15.
Truth be told, I love you very much. I hope you feel better soon.
And his simple response was, yes. Now, if that didn't show you that he didn't mean anything he said in his apology, then hopefully this will.
I'm just letting them know I don't care what they think of me, because I am who I am. They can't.
So like I said, just like I showed you his apology on July 4th, immediately after that, he's in a Discord talking about breeding a 15-year-old. And then here is his follow-up. So it's a game he plays. I think 90%, he just loves the attention, and he'll take it any way he can get it. And that's why I don't get too up in arms about shit. But, like I said, you'll see with his sister's interview how fucking dangerous he absolutely is in real life.
And change that.
My hope is the more I post about Jupiter and the things that he has done, the more it'll get out there, and the more likely it'll get into the hands of the FBI, the police, anybody that can help get Jupiter where he needs to.
Wishful thinking, no. I just believe he has, autism? He's on the spectrum somewhere, but I don't believe at all that he has DID.
I want everyone to know that my apology video is on my page, along with everything else that's been there. And
listen. People are saying you make apologies video, but you still doing same thing.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying my hardest to.
So, like I said, everybody starts calling him out, and this is his response.
Try and find. I'm playing along with them until I can find a way out of it.
Listen.
Life is
not only blood. Listen. You have to go psychotherapy for your mind, your free brain. You have to go from psychiatrist.
I know, and I've been trying to.
And he makes no fucking sense. You know what I'm saying? He talks in circles and makes no fucking sense whatsoever. I'm trying to play along with these minors till I can find a way out of it. What?
Let's just say, let's just say that I'm working on getting into my counselor. I'm looking into that.
It is with a humble heart that I choose.
And here we go again. So this is a video from 7/21, and it's just a fucking mess.
AKA Corbin Pinnell, was a pedophile, and I'm hated for those crimes. I ask the world's forgiveness, as well as those who I've wronged, Bree, and all those other named souls that I have wronged. Pedophilia was never really what was supposed to be. And I apologize for those actions that I have taken. I am Corbin and Jupiter. And I give you my solemn word that it will never happen again.
The thing is that you sent inappropriate pictures to the minors.
Yeah, it was one transgression.
Wait, how young?
People would have wanted to let it go.
And you said your youngest was 13?
Yeah, it was one mistake I made. So what? Get over it. Oh, I'm sick and tired of talking about it. It just pisses me off that we're still on about that. People are going on and on about it, and I need to shut the fuck up and actually listen to me for once and actually understand that it was a mistake I made and they need to stop.
What do you think that do you think that you should have a punishment for your mistake?
I'm already being punished. I'm already living through hell because of it.
You all to know that I accept my consequences.
Yes, Swendig, his caregivers do know. Like I said, Linda Binda does a really good job contacting people, getting the information to the right authorities, but then she felt like, and we're about to see her talk about it here in a minute, but yeah, all of this stuff has been handed over. Like I said, this is from June and July of this year, so I'm just trying to catch everybody up because now Jupiter is back, Barry's back, and then of course Linda Binda is back on them.
In life, I accepted myself. I accepted that most of you don't like me. And I accept that you think I'm a pedophile. I accept that. You know, I accept that. You can call me what you wish.
Okay. Now, we are going to go back to... Yes, the gang is back together. No, Jesse, I'll have to write that down. Dominic Schmidt. Yeah, there's a bunch of wild ones. Hey, Holly Dolly. There is a bunch of wild ones on TikTok. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Plus the, like, different personalities. Okay, I am, like, watching this teacher thing. It's weird. It's fucking weird. So I might do a little story on the teacher thing. Yes, K9. Okay, let me cue this one up. So this is, again, let me drop her link in the chat. This is Linda Binda. And here is her link. All right. Now, we are not ready. This, I keep saying this, we are descending into madness. Okay. The elevator shaft is broken. It is fucking broken, people.
Bye-bye. Hey guys, it's me, Linda. I wanted to come on here and give you guys a quick update about Jupiter. Well,
so I thought this would be good to play because it'll update kind of where we're at. When everybody started to kind of make reemergences, and this is like a perfect opportunity to just, this is pretty much a linear story from here on out.
he is currently off the grid, and that is because, to put it lightly, he's a child predator, along with being a cheater, a liar, a groomer, a narcissistic psychopath, and just an overall disgusting human being. I wanted to make this video to let you all know how I feel about Jupiter now, and to inform you all that I'll be making a documentary providing evidence for all of the ridiculous...
It's good to see you, Royal Girl. What's up, like no scam zone. Yeah, the elevator. I don't think the elevator ever went to the top floor, and it sure ain't now. So she's about to kind of recap the things she's done, the things she's found out, and what she took to the police, and that she's going to be making a documentary out of all of this.
Illegal things he has said and done
to
minors in various Discord groups. And right now I'm going to show you a little sneak peek of what to expect for the documentary.
What's up, Kimmy Kid?
Be prepared.
Jupiter, can I still send you pictures of myself even if I'm underage? Because I'm only 13.
It's up to you, sweetie, if you want to, because I don't mind. If you do, I don't mind. Do you plan on turning me in if I say yes?
No, I would never.
I'd lower the age of consent all the way to 16 if you guys wanted me to. Or I'd even change it to 15 if you guys wanted me to.
By the forking way, keep in mind that this man is literally 25 years old. And if you thought that was bad, just wait until I show you everything that he has said and done behind the scenes. And Jupiter, I'm calling
Road Girl.
Off the engagement. I'm not going to get married to someone that thinks that sending bad images to children is okay. In the meantime, to all my fans, thank you so much for all the follows, all the love and support you guys have shown me. I really do appreciate it. And stay tuned because, I
do think, Cat's Meow, that Jupiter tried to make a cult of minors. I do. Like I said, we're about to kind of also deep dive into his version of his life story. And the reason we're going to sit through play that, there's like 5 of them where he retells shit, comes back, apologizes, comes back, tells more of his life story to try to rebrand himself. And it's a fucking mess. But then we're going to hear his sister's version, which, in my opinion, his sister has way more credibility than him because we've just watched his behavior and what we know him to be doing. I mean, it's a fucking shit show for real.
I have to find more sugar daddies out there, so I love you guys. Bye.
Hi, Ash. Love you, lady.
All aboard Jupiter's prison bus, chugging down the tracks of pedophilia. Jupiter's prison bus. You got a one-way ticket to the South Block cafeteria. Jupiter's prison bus. They're gonna cuff you to the racks and question about your past and the minors that you groomed. Jup, you ain't got no broom to sweep under the rug, but hey, at least you're having fun.
So on her channel, she does do a bunch of videos like that. She's fucking funny. She is hilarious.
Erase anybody's stash about me being a pedophile. I'm not.
And at the bottom, this says it was recorded on 6/29. So like I said, from here on out, it's about to be a linear story, and it's insane.
I'm not doing anything to hurt anyone. Those are all just rumors floating around about me. You all need.
They let him stay on TikTok for a little bit, but I don't know if no one knows for certain if he deleted his channel and then started another one, or if TikTok took his channel. I think he deleted it, just from what I've seen, but we don't have a confirmation on that.
You need to let it go. You all need to get over it.
Hey, Munch. Good to see you. And who else did I miss? Hey, Sarah. Yeah, this is a wild one, Sarah. Be prepared. Make sure you have headphones in if you're around anyone. This is definitely the craziest shit I've ever covered in my life.
It happened. Whatever happened, happened. Drop it.
Okay, the rumors in question, it says, Jupiter, if you feel like you're, and this is the Discord message, like I said, he came out, what was it, 6/23, and gave that public apology, then immediately went into Discord and said, and here's what Jupiter said, if you feel like you are mature enough to make babies, then you are old enough to do so. And then some kid wrote, or someone pretending to be a kid wrote, so you would breed me even if I'm 15? And Jupiter said yes. And the troll wrote, whoa, thank you. And Jupiter says, good to know. So immediately after his apology videos, this is the shit he goes and does. Then it comes out, then he gets called out, and then the cycle begins. Then he cries about his life.
Many of you have asked
Hey, Southern girl, good to see you.
for a recap of what happened with me and Jupiter. And I'm going to try to break it down in the most simple way I can. So one random night I was live and I got...
Yeah, because I'm not going live very much, my notifications aren't going out like they used to. So the more I go live, the more they'll go out and you guys will get notified again. I don't know, if YouTube doesn't push a channel that just doesn't go live anymore, since I've taken this break, my whole thing is, it's totally, I got to restart all the way over.
Got a request to go live with this random person.
Hey,
and
Midnight.
it turned out to be this guy named Jupiter who was convinced that he was a vampire werewolf hybrid. There was a lot of mutual flirtation and a lot of mental heavy petting going on when we were live together. And I just decided to post a recording of what happened on that live stream to my TikTok page. And it went viral with like 9 million views.
I sure will.
Blah, blah, blah. Weeks go by. I make more videos with Jupiter. And then he proposes to me and asks me to be his queen. And I obviously accept because I'm not one to turn down an engagement, especially if it comes with a ring, even if said ring might even be a ring pop. However, things took a serious turn when I found out he was already engaged to another werewolf vampire hybrid named Abby. And then I confronted him about it, and I tried to be as nice and respectful as I could, like my therapist Forkin told me to. But later I found out that some nefarious things were happening behind the scenes. On apps like Discord and Snapchat, some concerning things were taking place involving people treating him like their own personal circus monkey. One example is when the members of his Discord server convinced him to walk to his local Golden Corral with a BB gun and try to start a fight with one of the employees there, whilst being cheered on by the members of his Discord. These types of situations that were happening really worried me. I didn't want Jupiter to get hurt, and I didn't want others around him to get hurt. Now knowing that people can convince him to do anything, and people on TikTok loved him, people would become adamant on having their own little viral Jupiter moment on TikTok. I realized the gravity of the situation when I found out that Jupiter was engaging in conversations with people who he believed were minors. And these weren't like your normal conversations on like how to turn a stuffed animal into real life. These were like really inappropriate conversations with videos and images. Without hesitation, I immediately wrote an email to the Nampa Police Department, and to this day have not received a reply. After waiting a while for a response, thinking that I would be like helpful to the investigation if there was any, I ultimately decided that I was...
Hey, I love Ulta too. Good to see all of you.
Responsible for plastering this man all over everyone's For You page on TikTok. And then I realized that I was the only person that could take him out if the police weren't going to do it. And then I just made a video exposing some of the things that Jupiter has been doing behind the scenes. Okay, that was a very fast summary of just a little bit of what's happened. In the next video, I'll let you...
Okay, so that brings us to, I want to say it's June. Yeah, mid-June. All right. So let me get this ready. I can X out of this. Okay, so now we are about to sit through. And hello, everybody. I appreciate you all being here with me today. Like I said, let me recap what I said at the beginning of this live. All right. I'm working on a new intro because I mod everyone. I don't, I want you guys to be able to share links, things like that. And like I said, I don't have to worry about people messing around and who I've got modded and who I don't have modded. This is neutral ground. I have no allies, no allegiances. Everything that I used to cover, I am no longer covering. I'm not doing anything. I did make a community post just asking people to please stop sending me screenshots, clips. I don't know what people are saying about me. I don't want to know. I'm not watching, and I just don't care. I'm spending all my free time on TikTok. Hi, Rand. Just looking for funny things to cover. I'm not working behind the scenes with anyone doing anything. All of my old allies, allegiances, those are no longer. And it's not that I have disdain for anyone. It's just I'm moving forward, doing my own thing. So this chat will eventually become no sides. No, it's completely neutral. Leave your allegiances, allies, whatever, at the door before you come in, please. We're just gonna have fun. I will not go live unless we're just gonna laugh about something. We are gonna cover some gross fucking shit. But rest assured, we're gonna laugh because it's ridiculous. And that's the only thing I'm gonna bring to this channel. We're not going to do, I will not do anything that I did in the past. And I just don't care what anybody has to say about me. I'm not going to fight with nobody. I'm not going to engage in any kind of back and forth. People have the right to have their own opinion, and I just don't have to watch or listen. I know who I am. I'm comfortable with who I am, and I only want to bring entertaining content and laughs and fun. This world sucks, and I'm tired of it sucking, so I'm making a choice to just walk away from everyone and everything, except the few people that I talk to. Hi, Six Up. Hi, Angie Girl. Correct. Behind the scenes. I haven't done any kind of behind the scenes shit, and I couldn't tell you how long. And I'm just not interested in any of it. So please just, know, I know that no one's maliciously trying to stir the pot with me, but I'm just not interested anymore in getting clips, screenshots, Ignorance is bliss for me, and I just want to be free. I've done a lot of healing. I've done a lot of moving forward, and I'm not looking back. So I appreciate, I appreciate you, Six Up. Thanks, Munch. But like I said, this is neutral ground. I only want to bring laughs and entertainment. I do not want to bring controversy. I just don't. I just want to. This is fun for me. You know what I'm saying? This is so fun for me watching TikTok and then just picking. Thank you, Six Up. I do appreciate it. I'm just Thank you, Ash. Yeah, I'm just not gonna entertain it. So, like I said, I know no one's trying to hurt my feelings or hurt me or get me involved, but I just want to have fun. And the spy games, the crazy shit, the paranoia, I just can't be a part of it. So I know people are just looking out for me, but I'm just not interested anymore. So I started getting them. Thank you, Tracy. I haven't listened to Disturbed in a while. Ask Sapphire. Ask Traders, does she listen to Disturbed? Who taught you how to hate Sapphire? I love you. Yeah. I'll have to check it out. But yeah, I'm working on a new intro because I mod every person pretty much that comes in here. There could be, I want you guys to protect yourselves. So please, no, I would never drop a link that would fish or anything malicious. I would never do that. But the same can't be said. What if, for instance, okay, K9, what if, for instance, because I mod everybody, I modded a malicious troll. You know what I'm saying? So please use your discretion. I'm not asking you to put all your trust in me, but just know I would never drop a link that grabbed your information or shared it, or anything like that. I'm just going to share the videos that we're covering or whatever. And then going forward, I'm just covering content, kind of taking a back seat, looking at it from a distance, not getting involved, because I absolutely, yes, Munch, yeah, that's exactly what I want. No drama, no sides, no allegiances. Now, I don't want anybody blocking or timing out unless there are certain people that I'm making managing mods If you know someone is sharing personal information, please don't ask. Just take care of it. Get rid of the person. Anything like that. Of course, the N word, stuff like that. Go ahead and remove the person if you are a managing mod. Other than that, everyone that comes in pretty much will have a standard wrench, so you're protected. We're just gonna have fun. Hello, Daphne. Sure, I love Volta. Absolutely. Do you guys know I have like a fucking 3-foot wrench? It's fun. I do want to hit people with it sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. So I appreciate you all for being here. And like I said, going forward, we're just gonna have fun. This is not going to be we're gonna cover drama, but not necessarily the same drama that we used to. And there are going to be a couple people on YouTube that I will make videos about eventually, but again, I won't be making the same mistakes where I got involved the way I did before, because I'm not going back to that. I learned my mistakes. I learned from my mistakes big time. So I appreciate you all for being here. And like I said, now we are going to get into Jupiter telling his own life story. You're going to hear me laugh when he says a lot of shit, because I know he's full of shit. Also, it is very sad, but I want you to remember what the fuck y'all just watched. The reason he's coming out with his life story is because he's in fucking hot water that he caused himself, and now he's trying to dig his way out of it. And like I said, all of these people, they did, I want to say they took off from August, September, then they came back late October. So we are just in time to catch them all resurfacing all at once. It's about to be a shit show with these people. Barry, Jupiter, maybe we'll get a new face-off. I've never seen two. Oh, wait till I deep dive Barry. I've started deep diving Barry. TikTok is a fucking rabbit hole of all rabbit holes, okay? And I'm addicted. So that's the stuff we're going to cover from now on. It's fucking wild. Hi, hippie soul. All right, here is Jupiter. Let me get the date on this. Like I said, we are now up to, and I'm pretty sure this is on kids, by the way. So this is June 28th. So now, like I said, we're going to do a linear story. If y'all remember, June 23rd was when he first came out with the apology, and he was like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm talking to minors. And then he got busted in the Discord later that night, talking about breeding a 15-year-old. So this is 5 days later from that incident. Like I said, this is his pattern. So now I'm showing you guys his pattern because it will help us kind of see where he's going next, because he's still in Discord. He's still in trouble. I mean, it's a mess. This is a fucking mess. Yeah, exactly, Southern Girl. Oh, let me go ahead and give you guys Jupiter's link too. He hasn't posted recently that I know of, but, and like I said, in my intro, it'll kind of go over, please don't harass these people, but yeah, this is a fucking disaster. All right, let's do this.
Hello, all my fans and friends and people that know me on YouTube and shit. I have a story to tell of myself.
On this channel, I forgot, there are a bunch of paranormal videos. That's why I shared his link with you guys if you want to check it out. He's such a fucking weirdo. I only kept his life story videos that he does in order so I could show you the stark parallel between what he says happens in his childhood and what his sister says. And like I said, his sister's much more credible. Yeah. Shampoo. Gabby Lynn, listen, don't mistake my kindness for weakness. I do what the fuck I want, and now you're going to be blocked too. So don't come in here and question me about shit. How about that? I'll block whoever the fuck I want to block. How about that?
Self, being who I am. Sorry, everyone, I'm just smoking to get rid of my nerves. My hair's a mess and everything, but I don't care.
Oh, wow, I love Ulta. That's crazy.
On the end, ever since I was little, I've been told I was different, that I was meant for bigger and greater things, but the truth is, I'm scared. I'm scared of losing myself and all those I love around me. I know this is a cry to all those who wish they could come out of their shell and tell everyone how they feel. Ever since I was little, I've just felt awkward. I was an outcast. Nobody really likes me. Nobody in my life ever did like me.
I wonder why.
So this is my life story. I was born in Kuna, Idaho, and was raised until I was 16 months, and then taken from a family that I'll never get to know.
And Midnight Baker, I totally missed your comment. Absolutely, you can send me doggy videos.
After that, I was moved into a new home, a foster home. I was there until I was 5 and adopted into a family that loved me and cared for me. It's not often that foster kids get adopted these days. It's not often anymore. Ever since I was little, I've lived a lie that I was better than I was, but the truth is, I'm no better than anyone else.
No, Angie girl, it's bad. His voice is totally weird. And I think a little bit it changes. So at the beginning of this live, I kind of showed his Mac Daddy Jupiter version. And then when he's trying to get out of trouble, you see him adopt this whole different voice. Like it's easy to see what the fuck he's doing and what he kind of broadcasts it. If you're paying attention, you totally catch it. But just like you caught it with his voice. I mean, no, he's biologically a male, Jesse. Yeah, no, he's straight. He's a male. No, I'm not gonna take no offense, guys. This will never be a G-rated or politically correct channel. Let's be real. No, listen, we're gonna talk about intellectually delayed people, or however you want to call it, or a gay person, or if they're we're not going to be PG or politically correct. I don't know how to do that. Now, I'm not going to be blatant fucking, a piece of shit about him, picking on him and shit. But, sometimes it does need to be talked about. Yeah, this is gross, truth seeker. It is gross. But, yeah, he's a straight male. Biological. Yeah, biological male. He's a fucking mess. Yeah, I know much. What's up, Crazy Acres? Appreciate you. So yeah, he's about to say, this is about to get gross. He is going to talk about abuse that he suffered. I'm going to skip to the next one because I think it's pretty much just the same shit after that. And he's going to repeat himself in the next one. So this is titled My Confession to Amy, as well as my farewell. Like I showed you guys a minute ago, he is a hot mess express. Yes, Munch, he does talk to a lot of females. Listen, if you watched part 1, I did that a couple days ago. He needs more than a shower. He needs power washed at a truck stop trailer washer, you know what I mean, hanger. I don't fucking know. He needs the whole industrial, probably lye and everything. This guy is a fucking disaster. So, like I said, he always quits when he gets busted. This is just a couple days later, so this will be late June of this year. It's a fucking disaster. But he always oh, wait, did this one go back? I was wrong. One of them is actually from yeah, okay. I forgot. So the last video we watched was June of this year. This video I wanted to show you is actually July 25th, 2022. So, like I said, he has a long history of doing fuck shit. And by fuck shit, I mean violence in real life, violence against women. He is a Mac Daddy. He gets a lot of women at these group homes he goes to. And it's a fucking mess. So, it I don't even know the words. But, once you are allowed to get away with pretty much murder because you're a little slower and your parents foster that in you, he knows what he can do to get out of trouble. He plays up that he doesn't understand, or he plays up that he's, the autistic, whatever. He plays it up. And now he's a 25-year-old adult who is fucking out of control. He's violent. He not only does he groom minors, he sends them pictures, hits on them. We've seen those videos. Yeah, he's a playboy. He's a playboy in the group homes. It's rough. He gets bounced around a lot. He is not allowed at his family's house because they have minor children around. His brother is a registered sex offender because he raped him and other members of his family. I mean, he was adopted, I want to say, and the sister goes over it a little bit more. He was adopted, and so were his brothers and sisters by a new family. So I'm not throwing shade on them at all. But please know, when you're allowing this behavior and allowing people that are a little slower, this is what you're going to create. So it's fucking wild shit show.
Hi, Amy. I know that this is going to be the last time I may see you because I may be transferring companies. And if I am, this message.
When you hear him say transferring companies, that's the group home things that I was talking about.
Just for you. I wish that I could be forgiven of all my sins and be there to help you and be there to help support everything. This may be the last time we ever see each other, so...
Spam zone? Oh, hell yeah.
If you're seeing this message, I am already gone. I've already moved away, and you may never see me again. But in this video, it is a confession to you. It's a confession of my feelings and how I feel about you.
Prepare to barf. Prepare to barf.
If you're watching this message, I've already left. I've already moved away. But don't hold it against me, okay?
Do you notice? I want you to pay attention to what he's doing with his hands and the look in his eyes. You'll see that a lot. So when he's trying to play this manipulative, get out of trouble game, he totally takes on this whole persona like he's meek, mild, never wanted to hurt anybody, has the best of intentions. He is a straight up fucking shit show. He has absolutely turned himself into a very bad person.
Amy, I love you, okay? I care about you.
Hey, Marion.
I got back in contact with my ex-girlfriend, Erica, but she's refusing to give me a chance, so...
I'm telling you, this guy he's probably got a whole ass Rolodex full of women. I don't even know. Every time I see a different clip, he's talking about at least 3 different women I've never heard of.
Don't think I'm cheating on you. You've always been my alpha female. Even though you don't know it, you've always been. So...
My alpha female. I'm dead.
I'm sorry, but I love you so much. And I wish that I could, express myself to you in the company, but
I
guess I will be transferring, and when I do...
Munch, he has like... I shit you not, and I'm not even... Now, yes, he has like 1,000 troll girlfriends, but he gets around, okay? He gets around.
I hope that you'll come to forgive me for not saying anything to you. This is my confession to you that I love you and I care about you, and I would like to, if I do move companies and you don't end up working for the company I'm with, I'd like to extend a hand to ask you out.
For real, Southern Girl.
I care about you more than you'll ever know. If you're already watching this, I'm gone, and there's nothing you can do.
Yeah, Linda Mike. I tell you what, Linda Binda, she's a pretty cool kid or young person. You know, she fucking cracks my shit up.
Sorry, this is out of my hands. But remember, I love you, and you should smile. Okay? Don't cry on my behalf. I've already shed enough tears.
I'm dead.
I know it's going to be hard not seeing me around anymore. After this month, I will be moving away, so you may not be able to see me again, so I love you, Amy, more than you'll ever know. More than you cared to know, okay? I love you. Hopefully, you'll love me back in time. And I wish that you would forgive me for everything I've done. I messed up. I know I did. So I'd like to make an apology to you and allow myself to be forgiven, okay? If you see this video, this is my goodbye. This is how I love you. This is to say I love you.
He makes a lot of
And if
goodbyes.
you're watching this on my YouTube channel, I will be uploading every day. So be sure to like and subscribe to my videos. And everyone else who watches my videos, be sure to like and subscribe.
All right, let's skip to the next one. All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Jupiter, and this is my life story.
So let me give you a date because this kind of jumps back on the timeline I was talking about. That last one deviated, but it's a good example of the repeated pattern. So this one's from the May 30th, 2023.
The story of how I was betrayed by those I thought I cared for.
He's
by my
always
own family and by my own.
he is always the fucking victim. Always the victim. And he is going to talk about a lot of graphic things in the next couple videos, so be prepared.
Own brother. I was born to a family that were drug addicts and was named Corbin Dean Patterson back then. My now name I will not share due to privacy reasons. My real full name, anyway. I will not share it, but I will share my first name.
Yes, I love Ulta too. Maybe it's true. You go to Jupiter, you get more stupider. You ain't fucking lying.
Corbin. Well, about 5 years passed, and I was adopted by another family. Taken in by a new family and adopted. My mom did foster care for a while before we lost her back in 2020, and from there, me and my other siblings and I grew up. When I turned 5, my brother Shane, after being adopted, when I turned at least 6 or 7, my brother Shane changed and turned on our family. To this day, I don't know what drove him to be the man he is today. I have no idea what drove him to do so. He says it was his own sexuality and questioning himself, although I doubt that's true. Well, after Shane's betrayal, my whole family turned on me. All my older siblings. I wasn't allowed around the nephews and nieces alone anymore. I couldn't even have any time just to say hi alone.
Yeah. As you can see from my playlist over here, he titles it, he titles all these my backstory, my story, my life story, my RevHab story, my last upload. I mean, come on, dude. Again, it's his way to try to get out of trouble. He adopts the same types of demeanors, the same weird fucking tone of voice. I mean, it's ridiculous.
To them before getting a dirty look from someone else. I stayed in that home for about 10 years before I turned 15. I moved away when I was 15 and put into a group home. From there, I moved into a rehab facility, although the company I was with was a shitty one.
And again, that's rehab. It's like these little group home type deals. What's up, Ruby? What's up, Ray? It's good to see everybody. Again, as more people come in, no blocking, no timing out. Clearly, if you see like the N-word, shit like that, but I will remove anyone I don't want here. But you guys can just take it easy.
I moved.
Or if you absolutely know someone's doxing someone's name, go ahead and take care of that. But those are the only two instances where we don't need to time out or block anyone.
To a new one after that. Well, here I am now, 25, and still remembering my past.
For real, Midnight Maker.
Truth is, I never got over what my brother did. I'm still hurt.
And now, in his defense, his brother did fuck him up. You know what I'm saying? Some sicko shit went down. So, he does have some trauma.
By my family, who turned their backs on me once they realized that Shane had fucked up. They all turned on me.
No.
They turned their anger and hatred onto me.
No.
The youngest of all those kids.
And like I said, his sister's story, which we have in a couple videos from now, it's gonna really, like I said, in my opinion, she's got all the credibility, not this one.
They turned their back on me. So now, I'm living in rehab, living a pretty...
Thanks, Ruby. I appreciate you. And like I said, this is neutral ground. I'm going to continue to mod everyone unless I just don't want them to be here, then I'll remove them. But there is no more, there's no more dumb shit. I'm over it. This is going to be how my channel will go from here on in. Leave your allies and allegiances at the door. Don't be fighting with people. If you don't like them, just ignore them. If people start shit, then I'll knock it, I'll stop it. But this is neutral ground from here on in.
Normal life, if you can call it that. And I want you all to know that when I turned 8 or 9, my brother turned on the family and was sent away. He came back twice, but was sent away a third time and never came home.
And I think that is true. But like I said, don't go feeling bad for him because you're about to find out that most of this is absolutely a flat out lie. But I think it's important to show you both sides of the story.
To this day, I don't know what happened or how it happened, but he wound up back in jail. The only truth is, after that all happened, my whole family turned their backs on me. People I thought loved me, who cared for me. When my mom died in 2020, my brother Donnie turned to me and told me that he didn't even see me as his brother. He saw me as just a hindrance to him. All my other family members were there for me.
Got it, Lee. Let's do this. You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I have always wanted to get in a fucking shopping cart and totally have a fucking, maybe like a traffic cone joust competition. These are things on my bucket list. Or like those electric scooters at the Dillons or whatever, Walmart. Have a fucking joust duel in the parking lot. This is what I'm talking about. This is how I want to live my life. Maybe one day. Maybe one day.
All except Donnie. Donnie doesn't like me and still despises me
too. Ruby Doo, welcome to Jupiter. So I've been over on TikTok just grabbing all kinds of weird people, doing deep dives on them, and then I'm bringing it to y'all. You guys get to go on my rabbit holes with me.
Today. And Donnie, if you watch this, I want you to know one thing. You're my brother, no matter what you believe. You were...
For sure, no scam zone. Yeah. Everybody, I think, going forward, it's going to be a lot funner.
You're the only brother who turned his back on me after everyone else did. You turned your back on me. After everyone turned around and noticed that I existed, you still believe that it's my fault what happened with Shane. All of you do. So don't try to pin the blame on me and make it seem like I'm the bad guy.
And legitimately, he's just making this shit up at this point. So I think I can skip to the next video now, because he just repeats himself for the next minute.
Hey everyone.
Let me see. What's the date on this one? So this is... Okay. This is June 21st, 2023. So if we remember that upload where the miner was, or the troll, they're not really minors, but they were like, can I still send you pictures even though I'm only 15? And he said yes. That was June 23rd or 24th. So it's important for this timeline that we remember. Again, this is his way. He was uploading paranormal videos, trying to like rebrand himself as not a pedo. But let's be real. He is absolutely trying to actively talk to minors. We showed him in the Discord saying, if you're old enough to breed at 15, I mean, just sick ass shit that he's doing. So on the camera, he's either playing fucking victim or, yes, Daphne. I don't believe in protection. Okay, Daphne? No helmets. So on the camera, he's telling people, I'm so sorry for my pedo behavior. And then in Discord, he's totally engaging in being a pedophile. And then he's also going live saying, oh, I'm a victim. So it's fucking gross. But the description of this video says, this is the story of my time in group home and rehab company and where I am now. Watch it to learn more about it.
My name is Corbin Pinnell. You all know me as Jupiter, or Jupiter P on TikTok. You all know me. And
hey, Crazy Acres. All right.
Most of you hate me. But I'm about to tell you my whole story.
Again, he's going to tell us his whole story. I'm hoping I didn't skip when he admits that somebody pressed rape charges on him. It's just a lot. It's so much.
About to tell you all my life story. So sit back.
I think this is the one where he talks about it. It's a fucking disaster.
Back, relax, hit the lights, whatever you want to do. Anyway, where should I start? Let's see. Where should I start from? Let's just start from the beginning.
Exactly, Ash. That's exactly why I wanted to tell the entire story. You know, he absolutely knows what he's doing. And like I said, I think it totally backfired on him when he started saying all this crazy shit on camera about, so he moved it privately. So he is learning. He is absolutely adapting. And that's why when there is a cause for concern, even now, I do not agree with the malicious trolling. If you heard earlier, they said his Discord encouraged him to go up to the Golden Corral with a gun and try to pick a fight with an employee. That is fucked up. That's why I said these people on TikTok, they make anything I've ever done look like child's play, legitimately. Also why I probably won't be doing content over there. Fuck all that shit. Them kids are wild. So, yeah. But I am a firm believer in no matter who you are, you need to communicate. If they're doing something, violating your boundaries, whatever, you need to tell people. It doesn't matter if they're slower or not. if they're doing something actively that's going to lead them to a bad direction, being a good person and telling them, hey, you shouldn't do this, that's being a good person. So this particular person happens to hide behind the I am slower card, I'm a victim card, I've got trauma, please feel bad for me. But like I said, what's up, David? It's good to see you. Yeah. We are seeing the pattern emerge, which is why I absolutely didn't want to leave this out of the story, because I think it's important to hear his version. And then, like I said, his sister is much more credible. Now, if you have trauma, you might want to skip over the sister's interview, which will be towards the end of this live, because it's rough. It's totally rough, but it's totally worth sitting through because it's really interesting, in my opinion.
Anyway, thank you all for actually watching this and listening. This is my story. All of you will be watching this and learning my story. All of you must learn my story and the person I am, the person I grew up to be. Anyway, here's my story. I grew up in a small town called Melba. Small town, about 100 people population, maybe even a little bit more now that it's becoming a bigger city. Well, anyway, I grew up out there and grew up with 10 siblings. Well, technically 9 others, but I'm from a family of 10. Anyway, my name is Corbin Pinnell, age 25. This is my life. I know it might sound like an anime bit, but I'm doing what I can, helping you all understand my story and getting to know my story. Well, growing up, I was abused by my siblings quite often. Many of you may ask why that happened. Probably because I was the runt of the litter. I was the runt. I was constantly bullied growing up, being told I would never amount to anything.
Also not the case. Oh, shit. And if you remember from other videos, he has a tendency to admit his being a pedophile on being high on nicotine and CBD.
Well, anyway, growing up, my family and I were well off, better and well off, My family was a working class family. They weren't part of the upper echelon or didn't rub shoulders with any politicians and whatnot. I grew up in Melba. It was pretty simple and plain life that I enjoyed. I grew up being carefree, not giving a shit about anything. Well, one day I found out from my mother through my PSR worker that I was going to be moved into a group.
Yes, cracking asses. Barry is now. If you ask Barry his age, I gotta show my face so you know I'm being serious. Barry's only 18, cracking asses. Barry is only 18. That's what he says.
Group home. At first, I wasn't agreeing with the idea, but my mom gave me 2 choices. 1, I go to that group home willingly. Or 2, I wind up behind bars like my brother. So I chose the latter option. I went to the group home for a few years. Went to school in Meridian, pretty boring teenager stuff. Well, after I turned into an adult, I stopped living at the group home and moved into a...
Cracking asses. No, he's not. He's totally only
18. Rehab facility, residential habilitation. A place for a company for disabled adults, who are looking for housing. Anyway, I lived in that company for 6 or 7 years, counting, and counting. But I transferred to that company for a while. Was there for a long, long time, you know. Hung out with my roommates and whatnot. But then afterward, they moved me into another one because I was being lazy and not doing much. So they moved me into a better place. They moved me where I am now. And I lived here for a substantial amount of time. Anyway, I lived in this place for a substantial amount of years before they moved me up back across to downtown to an apartment complex that was called, I think it was Stony Creek Apartments or whatever it was called. And I lived at a place known as, I lived on a lane called Chip Shot Lane. That place was fun, had lots of good neighbors, lots of new people to meet. Not very many kids running around, you know. A lot of dogs and adults, but not very many kids. Anyway, I lived there for a substantial amount of time. And if any of my roommates find this channel and find this video, I want you to know that I love you and I think of you as my brothers, and I hope to see you guys again soon. Hope we can get together again sometime. Anyway, back to my story. While living on Chip Shot, I had a pretty carefree life. I lived with 2 other guys and had a pretty cherished life. I lived and, you know, worked on myself and lived with a lot of difficulties, you know. Then I was transferred back to Bella when I was about 24. I lived there up until I was 24, and then I moved back to Bella, where I am now. But anyway, this is my story and how I grew up. Well, growing up, I didn't really care much, you know. I didn't care. I didn't really want to care about anything, you know.
I mean, how many fucking times? You know, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, he's got, like, I want to say it's 8 life stories. Like, how many fucking life stories do you need? And why are they totally different from one another?
I dreamed of one day moving out of my parents' house and starting a life for myself and finding my own business and start running my own business, you know?
I want to know what business he wanted to run. I wish you would answer that. No, and it's like he doesn't even care now. No.
A paranormal business, mind you.
A paranormal business. What the fuck does that even mean?
But anyway,
I mean, technically ghosts are invisible, right? So doesn't everyone own a paranormal business? I mean, it's totally an invisible business.
This never happened, and I lived in a reshab company. I still talk to some of my old Melba friends, you know, people from Melba that I grew up knowing. Oh, and Forrest Price, boss man, if you see this video, I hope you know that I love you, man, and I hope to see you again soon. And hopefully I'll see you this 4th. If not, well, that's that, I guess. But you should call Christina. She's really worried about you. We all are. We're really worried. So do us a favor and call him.
I'm not gonna lie. I kind of wish all his friends had TikToks or YouTube channels too, so I can be nosy as fuck.
Call my family and see how they're doing, okay? Do me that one little favor and call them. That's all I ask. Well, back to my story anyway. I grew up in Melba, you know, a few hundred people, give or take, a handful of kids, you know. Grew up going to elementary school through high school, you know, didn't care much. Had that childhood/teenage care.
Melba, Idaho. I'm about to look up the population. Now I'm curious.
Free life. Well, one day, my family told me I would be moving into a group home and I would have to leave everybody I cared about behind. At first, I didn't want to go, but I was given an ultimatum. Either go to the group home willingly or go to prison. Of course, I chose the latter.
I mean, why doesn't he? Okay. First of all, let me say this. Why doesn't he ever, like, his story's the same. My family gave me 2 choices, prison or a group home. What did you do to make them threaten? Listen, I've, you know, lived with a family before growing up, think about your childhood. Did your parents look at you one day and say, traitors, you're either going to a group home or prison? No. No, that's never happened. Like, what the fuck? Yes, yeah, 581. So, let me share that real quick. The population of Melba, Idaho, 581 people. Holy fucking shit. Yeah, I've totally went to a fucking school with more than 581 people. Holy shit. This is fucking wild.
Option. Rather than, I chose the formal option rather than going through the whole prison system, bouncing around to different prison cells. Well, I moved into a group home and lived my life there pretty happily until certain staff started abusing their clients. You know, being abused. It brought back many PTSD memories of what my brother Shane did. More on him later on. But anyway, I lived a pretty substantial life and, you know, lived a carefree life. I did what all teenagers do, grew up, went to school, fell in love, you know, that sort of thing. And, yeah, I lived there for about 6 or 7 years before I moved out. Well, technically I was 14, so I lived there for approximately 4 years before I decided to move out and move into a rehab company. The company I lived in was pretty upstandard, but truth is, that place wasn't always good for people like me. Anyway, I lived in that rehab company for approximately 6 or 7 years. I can't remember. I lost count. Don't ask me to.
You know, I was just thinking, Crazy Acres, my family lives in Idaho, and now, of course, I can't remember what city it's in. I was just there. Oh, Twin Falls. That's what it is. Twin Falls, Idaho. That place is pretty cool. It's it's pretty comparable to the town I live in now in Salina. But I really liked Idaho. It was pretty cool. But yeah, now I'm like, kind of glad I didn't move there.
Clarify, because I lost count. Anyway, I lived in that company for a good substantial amount of time. I lived happily and carefree. Then my rebellious phase kicked back in, and I started becoming more rebellious towards my roommates and towards my staff. Wound up getting
his staff, by the way, his staff.
Kicked out and moved into a different rehab company. And from there, I moved around a lot. I moved twice. So
he's the victim. Let's recap. He's the victim. His family turned on him. Yes, since he moved, Melba population dropped to 580. Correct. I am hot. That's exactly. So y'all are picking up what I'm laying down. So, common theme. My family just turned on me after I was abused by my brother. They just up and turned on me, only me. Then my family says, you have an option, go to prison or a group home, but I didn't do nothing. Then, I mean, it's the common theme. So he never talks about what landed him in trouble, but now you just heard him say, my rebellious phase kicked in. Okay.
So far. Hopefully they don't move me a third time. But anyway, I live in a res.
Probably not, Lee. Probably fucking not.
Have company and live on Bella, a place in Nampa. I'm not going to give my true location because, you know, safety reasons. Anyway, I've lived here for a good.
I think he's the fucking danger. I don't necessarily think for his safety reasons he needs to be concerned about.
Substantial amount of time. I'm pretty happy where I am. I will elaborate more on my family as I go about my YouTube life. So if you're watching and listening to this, thank you. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, comment, and
okay, now we can skip to the next one. He just rambles on for about another minute. Okay. So, this one's titled, My Last Upload Until Further Notice. I have to look out for myself and see you all in the end again. So now he's trying a different manipulative tactic. See you all in the end. What the fuck does that mean? So this is from June 23rd. Again, this would be the day before he's busted doing that shit in the Discord. Last video until further notice, Jupiter is going into hiding and will not be returning for a long, long time. Let me give you a sneak peek. The next video on this playlist is June 28th. I will not be returning for a long, long time, aka 5 days. But I'm in the Discord talking to minors. Fucking weirdo.
everyone. If you're watching this, that means Jupiter has deactivated his account online. He's deactivated his TikTok and whatnot. Logged out of his Facebook. And it's probably best I vanish from the public eye. If you're watching this, it means I've given up. Those hackers are doing what they can to destroy what I have built. A place for myself, a place to feel safe for others. I'm sorry, everyone, but from now on, Jupiter will only be using his social media apps that he's familiar with, and is going to keep from contacting anyone else outside this house, except friends and close family members. Also, my girl, Abby. Abby, if you watch this, I'm sorry I couldn't be the man you wanted me to be. I know it's hard. You all want me to go, and this is the roughest decision I had to make. But I made a judgment call. This time, I'm done. If you're watching this, Jupiter has vanished from the public eye. I will return once all this blows over. This will be my last video on YouTube for a very long time. I will only return to TikTok and YouTube and whatnot when all this and all the threats have been dealt
What's up,
with.
Gary?
Until then, keep on fighting, Jupiter Troopers.
Yes, Lee.
Keep fighting, no
Keep
matter what.
fighting.
Protect those you love. Protect those dearest to you. And protect those who are...
So, Daphne, it's funny that you bring this up. Let me highlight this comment. If you watched part 1, let me tell you something. He brings inanimate objects to life so he can drink their blood. His wife, Sheratora, his 4 children, this round of children. Yep. So he's probably in a room with nothing for that reason. He's power hungry and bloodthirsty. True story.
are weaker than you. I used to be a stand-up man. I used to be a pillar to those who are weak. But now I've just become a pawn and an object. And a
What's up, green-eyed lady? Tim in Colorado.
It's up to you what you want Jupiter to do. But Jupiter's got to look out for himself.
Yes, Jenny.
I'll be back once all this blows over. Don't forget to like,
Yeah, part 1 was wild as fuck. So if you guys haven't watched it, I'm telling y'all, it's a fucking shit show. This guy is a shit show. All right, so this
Hey
like
everyone, what's up?
Oops. No, I'm just hitting buttons.
Hey everyone, what's up?
Okay, so like I said, his last video was titled "My Last Upload Until Further Notice." I have to look out for myself and see you all in the end. And then he said, "I'm not coming back." And then here is 5 days later where he is back.
What's up? It's Jupiter, your boy. I will be doing videos and whatnot and video journals, you know, letting you all know what I'm going through these days. I will do video journals and whatnot. So, yeah. Stay
Yeah, no pets for Jupiter. I would say definitely no pets.
tuned for my video journals and my updates to my channel. So anyway, I'm updating now to let you all know that Jupiter will not back down on YouTube. He quit TikTok, but he will never return until all that hate and stuff have stopped spreading about me, you know? I won't go back on there for a while. And all you bullies and...
Yes, Ruby Doo! I feel like I've dropped into Roger Brown's head. Yes! Oh, I'm fucking dead. Oh, I'm fucking dead. That was the best comment ever. Okay. Does Roger have a kid? Maybe.
cyberbullies who are looking to cause me harm on TikTok, forget about it.
Yeah, cyberbullies. So also a common theme that people hacked his accounts and said all that stuff and did all... Now, let's just remember, he was on fucking camera with his whole ass head, okay, saying, yes, I want to do such and such with minors. Now it was hackers. It was totally hackers. Probably AI hackers. I'm certain. I'm certain of it. I know he's telling the truth.
About it, because if you do, I will know. And stop leaving hateful messages on my YouTube page. It's not cool.
Maybe he just has his comments off. I'm not sure. I thought it was on kids, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe just shut his comments off.
So anyway, hit that like, share, subscribe. That like, subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And, you know, hit that bell icon for even more, you know, updates from my channel. Anyway.
Yes, you can't. See? It's disabled. So I don't know what the hell he's done.
Anyway, I will do you all a favor and let you know when my next video uploads are. I'll make them an instant hit. I will be reading some of my paranormal research to you guys. So keep your heads up and your ears open, because
yes, Lee. So here is the link to this channel. Let's just say it's his version of paranormal stuff. His version. I had it in the playlist and then I cut it out because I'm like, okay, I'm not sitting through this shit. It's literally just him in the dark saying he's seeing stuff. So there's a link to his channel. You can totally fucking go watch it. He's a fucking weirdo.
I will be giving you my paranormal reports and whatnot. So I'll let you guys know how all that goes. Anyway.
No spirit box. It's just him in the dark with the flashlight.
This is Jupiter again, letting you know that he's doing okay. This is an update video to my last one. I'm not shutting down on YouTube. I'm just, you know, taking a break. So thank you all for listening. Don't forget to hit that like, share, and subscribe. And hit that bell icon for even more updates.
All right. Let me see. I can't remember. I'm going to double check the dates. I forgot to look All right, so she uploaded this October 7th, and then
Grab the one thing.
oops, and then she uploaded this from October 24th. So, like I said, Jupiter is back. One second. All right, before we start this, I'm going to give you, it's wild. When I was sitting here putting all this together, I'm like, this is fucking insane. Like I said, if you haven't seen part 1, you definitely want to watch it because this is, the introduction to Jupiter. Like I said, Jupiter, Barry, they're all back. Will we see the next fight for Sophia? I don't know. I will be doing, just like I did here with Jupiter, a deep dive, I guess, on Barry. That will be the next thing. I've already started to work on it, so I should have that done in a couple days. We are in for a treat. Barry is a little more unhinged than Jupiter. I love the unhinged ones. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the people that I'm actively searching for, and this will be the content that I'm bringing. The other 2 people, two are they're scammers, long-established scammers. One pretends to be homeless, and I'm not kidding. It's a lucrative job for him, clearly. He's got the faces down. I am shook, okay? I am fucking shook. And he'll be laying on a street corner on TikTok live. It's funny. The other one is a lady that pretends to be a travel agent. So I'll probably do them together. They're both out of Detroit, Michigan. There's a lot of scammers out of Detroit, Michigan that are on TikTok. It's kind of like a thing. I also found another story about a kid, a TikTok dancer, who got busted robbing banks because of his TikTok videos. So criminals, not very smart. So we've got a lot of interesting characters. Not to mention there's so many personalities like Mr. Jupiter over here and Barry. There's so many of them. So many weird trends that I've been looking at to kind of make videos about. So a lot of different content that I'm used to, but totally hilarious. We do know Jupiter's real name. So I am Hawk says, do we know Jupiter's real name? Aren't we playing in? We are. Well, that's it. I think it depends on the individual. Now, I cannot say that I am any kind of authority on psychology, education, intellectual disability. I'm not any of that. This is just only my opinion. I do think when we play into, like, okay, let's say I did hear, again, it's just stuff I've heard in my life. Let's say a person is having delusions. So playing along with their delusion, let's say they have a delusional disorder of some type, playing along with their delusions actually makes it worse. But this is a whole nother dynamic that I'm just getting into. So yes and no, I feel, is the answer to your question. But the pedo part didn't come about till later. So his identity's been out. Somebody named, yeah, potentially, randomly Ash. Fatty Patty is famous. So every person that I know in real life knows who Fatty Patty is. She has her own identity. We used to drive around and I'd blow her up sitting in the passenger seat. I have done a lot of crazy shit. Not even for TikTok, just because this is how I live my life. I used to drive around with her in the front seat all the time, wearing her Sunday best. I mean, we've had a lot of fun together. But then Linus does not like her. Same with my inflatable parrot. Like, I have a blow-up parrot. I think so, K9. No, Fatty Patty isn't Patrick Melton. Fatty Patty's actually in my closet right now. Okay, so I am going to say one time, this is the interview with Jupiter's sister. Let me drop Linda Bennett's link one more time in the chat. We are going to sit through this, and like I've shown you an established pattern of Jupiter's behavior. We showed a lot more of his bad behavior in part 2. Part 1 was just him being fucking crazy and ridiculous, talking about Sheratora, his imaginary wife, and that he's a vampire werewolf hybrid, and his very large family that him and Sheratora have conceived. I mean, it's a fucking, there's no shortage of fuck shit. You know what I'm saying? So this is pretty serious, but it tells in my opinion, a truer version of the story. We've heard him say, my family disowned me, my family hates me. Well, we're about to find out why. So this is why I wanted to tell the entire story as I know it, as I've seen it on and found it, I guess, on my own, and then put it all together for you guys. So this is a very rough sit through. And then after this, we have one more small video of Jupiter trying to answer to his bullshit. But like I said, Jupiter is back. He came back late October. So, hi, NJ Robin. Thank you. This guy is wild. This guy is totally wild. So this, if you've got some kind of trauma or some shit, this could affect you. So please protect your mental health. It's not very funny, so probably won't be laughing too much, but please protect your mental health. She's about to tell the true story of Jupiter's upbringing and how he was treated and the things that he did to his family. So it's pretty fucking rough.
Hey guys, it's me, Linda, and I'm here with one of Jupiter's sisters. Her name is Kia. I just want to make a safe space where she feels comfortable, and I hope that you guys will take what she says, and if you're going through the things that she went through, really, I hope you can learn from her story and maybe grow from her story. I think it's very inspiring. So this is Kia.
Hello.
She's really sweet. I really love talking to her. We've become friends, and I just want to ask her some of your guys' questions today. And we're going to get to know more about Kia. So there's about like a 1-year age difference, right?
Yeah.
So that means you guys went to like the same schools and the same like grades, right?
Yeah. So with the cutoff for my specific school, I missed it by a month. Otherwise, we would have been in the same grade.
So kind of explain like your childhood with Corbin and explain if there was a turning point where you noticed changes in his behavior.
I mean, we had like a fairly okay childhood. I mean, yes, him and I have some.
And you guys probably have already figured it out, but Jupiter is Corbin. So when she calls him Corbin, she is absolutely talking about Jupiter.
Sexual abuse trauma. We have very similar trauma. I have a little bit more than he does.
How powerful is Cox Internet? Powerful enough for a virtual flight.
Yes, Kia is her name.
Mir, or Shane, as most people know him. He wasn't a very good brother, so to speak. But that happened, I think I was 3 and Corbin was 4, and that kind of went on until we were 9 and 10. So, for the most part, we did normal things. He was into more video games, and where I was more athletic. I liked sports. So, I mean, like, other than home, we didn't hang out a lot. I mean, there was a point in time when we were like little, where we were like best friends. I have pictures of us like constantly being together.
Is there like a certain age that things started to get, a little weird between you two?
When I was kind of preteen, teenage years, I started noticing a lot of favoritism. between my mom's relationship with me and my sisters.
Yes, NJ Robin, he absolutely believes all of these things to be true.
To her relationship with her and Corbin. I know that she did spoil him a lot. And she was called out on it a lot growing up by our oldest siblings. The oldest ones being 23 and 20 years older than I am. So, I mean, she would get called out on it. She'd be like, "Oh, I'm not treating anyone any differently," but it was very obvious she was.
So what I learned is, you and Corbin have a lot of siblings, and correct me if I'm wrong, but so the three of you were adopted from the same family, and so you three were, raised together in this house with a few other siblings, right?
With Jupiter and me and Junior, we have 2 siblings that came from the same family. So we were adopted as a unit of 5 into a family of 5. The oldest was 18 when we entered the home.
So basically, how it went was you were the youngest, and then it was Jupiter, and then it was Junior. So when you and Jupiter were growing up, because you were similarly like in a similar age range, you mentioned that you were sexually, abused. Was that by your older brother, Junior?
Yes, that was by Junior.
And that's
Junior,
the one that's in jail right now for.
yes. Yes,
Okay.
that is correct.
I just want to say to everybody watching that I think that, you are a very strong person. I've heard a lot about what you've been through, and, you're writing a book about all your experiences with the family. Um, let's get into how you were treated by the rest of your family members.
Yes.
So you had a great relationship with Jupiter when you were younger, and then when things started escalating, you were, cast aside, right?
I mean, I had a good relationship for the most part with all of my siblings. There was like a turning point, like I guess I was like 10, maybe 11 years old, where my mom did favor him a lot more, and I was noticing it. I also noticed my dad didn't favor him, and it would make my mom angry. But for the most part, my siblings, they tried to treat us all fairly.
K9.
I mean, I quarreled with them as siblings do. Corbin's kind of always had anger issues ever since like we were like really tiny.
And of course, with good reason. If you are getting sexually abused, you're going to act out. Then add on an intellectual disability as well. Or I don't know if I'm saying the right words, but you got what I mean. So you're going to have a powder keg environment. That's just how it happens in real life. But again, I want to bring up the parallels where he's acting out, and with good reason. He's getting abused. At that point in time, his mom and dad did not know. I believe the sister is going to talk about, she's the one that blew the whistle on the older brother. So, like I said, it does get graphic in some ways. This is actually a serious interview that Linda Binda does. She does a really good job on this.
They started getting worse and worse because mom would say things like, "He's autistic, he doesn't know what he's doing." But then I'm sure that everyone can very well tell he does indeed know what he's doing. I would be sitting on the complete opposite side of the room, coloring. He'd lose a game and he'd walk over and he'd throw whatever remote he had in his hands at my head. And I would tell my mom, and my mom would call him into her office. She would scold him, and then nothing would happen.
So basically, he was coddled his whole life by his mom, and
Oh, yeah.
that made a huge impact on the person who he is today. what you said about his mom's excuse about he's autistic, he doesn't know better. He has used that to this day to defend his actions.
Oh, I know. It's a big reason why I don't talk to my family but once in a blue moon, and it's also a big reason why I kind of left my family.
That's cracking asses.
Yeah.
Because of the coddlement of my brother.
Someone asked, what was life before Jupiter was, they said, weird? Was it peaceful? Was it calm before he started being favorited, before he started being coddled? Was there ever a before, or was he always coddled like that?
I want to say he's always been coddled like that. My siblings have always told me that he's always been coddled. I didn't see it personally until we were later on in our years, like 9, 10. There was a lot of times where we would hang out, we would go do normal kid stuff. Like, I have videos when we were kids, like home videos. There's good memories. There's like, he was a normal kid. We were really creative, really funny kids.
And I can tell it's hard for you to put those in the past because that's not the person he is today. It might still be somewhere inside of him, but all the good memories that you remember have been tarnished by, the things he did after that. It's kind of like he just flipped a switch. It sounds like good memories that you had with him. And it's so sad that that person that he was when he was younger isn't the person he is today.
He's not as fun now. Let's just say that.
No, he's not as fun.
He's kind of a jerk now.
I kind of wanted to get into some of the questions that I have. He's, I've talked with him a bunch online on FaceTime and things like that, and he's mentioned a few things about his family. There were a lot of times where
So we're about to get into something, and I just want to, keep it on track with the Linda Binda is a troll. Started out to be a troll. She kind of stepped into the bear trap of Jupiter. She started to troll him. There's all 5 interviews she did with Jupiter, and they're hilarious. She goats him into saying stuff, talk about his werewolf. And then once she realizes that he's doing these things with minors, she actually turns into kind of like a detective. She goes out of her way to uncover the Discord messages, uncover his relationships with minors, turn it over to the police. She did a really good job. And then she's going to put out a documentary on all of her. So she's funny, she's silly, she does little songs that she makes up, plays a little guitar, but she really shows how dynamic of a person she is with this interview, because now she's on a mission to totally expose Jupiter, in my opinion, the correct way. Because, like I said, she already stepped into it thinking it was just a troll. He was just some kind of character, personality. And then she realized, oh, shit, this guy is a fucking monster. So please do not go track down Jupiter. I mean, people are going to do what people do, but please do not do anything on my behalf. I will not be communicating with Jupiter in any way, shape, or form. He's a fucking mess. And there's enough crazy trolls on TikTok to keep him busy. And clearly, probably still in his Discord. Another reason to say Discord is the fucking devil.
we would start like flirting or talking, kind of sexually a little bit.
Yeah,
and he would, the next thing he would bring up is his sisters.
It's
And
wild.
a lot of my viewers found that really weird, that a lot of times when he would start flirting, he would bring up his sisters. Like one time he said, my sister got stuck in the dryer, and one of his sisters says, thanks for not effing me. So just, he brought up weird things with his sisters, and people just thought that that was weird.
Well, I can just clear that up and say that none of that happened. Aside from Junior and what happened with Junior, nothing else sexual happened between us. Other than when he got older and when I got older and started developing more, like reaching our puberty stages. then he would attempt to like rope me or my sisters. It got so bad where I actually had to get my dad involved because I would tell my mom and she'd be like, he just doesn't know what he's doing. You
Yeah.
just gotta repeat. And so I finally ended up telling my dad, and my dad said, well, if he does it, just go ahead and smack him. So I did. Never touched me like that again.
So your mom was pretty much on the Corbin train, and your dad was, rooting for all of his daughters and sons. So it's pretty sad to see that, you were never treated equally by your mother. You said that he started to touch you inappropriately in places that, a brother should not touch you. Was that happening often before you slapped him?
It happened really frequently. I can't pinpoint like how often. I just know that it happened often enough where I was having like bruises of different colors on my body from him.
Was he playful about it, or was he like deviant about it?
It would start out as he wanted like a hug or something. Eventually, I just stopped giving him hugs because it got so bad. But he would want hugs and he would put his hands where they didn't belong. And then we would call him out on it. And he'd be like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Like, kind of like what he's doing now. I've seen a few of the videos.
Yeah.
Kind of like what he's doing now, where I'm sorry, I won't do it again. Then immediately does it again.
And that's very sad to hear that happened to you. Can you walk through like that night that you woke up and you found him strapped to a chair?
But what had happened was my mom had just gotten home. She was heading back down the hallway to the bathroom. And she happened to look over at the boys' door. And on the door was a sign that said, don't come in, we are playing naked. Well, she opened the door. Shane had used, I think, their ties to tie him up to the chair and was touching him inappropriately and touching himself inappropriately with no clothes on. And so that kind of raised my mother's awareness to what was going on.
That, must have been so traumatizing for you to see. Did that happen only once, or do you think it was happening repeatedly where Junior, aka Shane, was, touching Corbin, aka Jupiter?
So yeah, like I said, this is rather fucking. This is from just a few months back, October 7th, 2023. So I'm not certain of the exact date the interview took place on, but it's pretty recent. So, like I said, Linda Binda found out what he was doing early July of this year. Because, like I said, it started out as a troll. Linda Binda on TikTok finds these TikTok personalities like Jupiter and then starts to troll with them. If she needs to be their girlfriend, whatever. It's a personality that she does. And then, like I said, she uncovered the whole minor situation, and then she took it upon herself to really deep dive into it, interview the family, find out the real story, and turn the information and what he was doing over to the police. So there are probably, I don't even know at this point how many videos of Jupiter saying, stop turning me in, the police won't do anything. Like, he's pretty defiant. I just didn't cover too much of that in this because, like I said, we're going to update when I do cover Jupiter again, probably in the next week or two. The update on Jupiter's return will cover all those kind of videos. So he's pretty fucking defiant at this point and really just gives no fucks. because he's under the assumption that the police aren't going to do anything because he's slower. The police will never arrest me because I'm disabled, is what he says. So it gets pretty fucking crazy. But yeah, she does a lot of different personality, a lot of different interviews with different weirdos. There's a lot of vampires on TikTok, FYI. So a lot of vampire content coming.
Inappropriately. I mean, with as much as it was happening to me, I don't doubt it. And it was really hard to determine when it started, how it started, and how long it had been going on because the boys shared a room. Corbin was on the top bunk and Junior was on the bottom.
Do you want to share what happened with you and Shane?
I remember the first time it happened to me. I don't know how old I was, but I remember we were outside. We were jumping on the trampolines, and the sprinklers were going, so it was summertime. We were in our swimmers. Shane told us, so us being me and Corbin, our swimming suits were dirty and we needed to take them off. I'm like, okay, like my brain is like, okay, let's go inside and do that and come back out with a clean suit on. He's like, no, it's okay, just take them off and leave them here on the trampoline and the sprinklers will wash them off. And so we did, being kids. Junior took Corbin up into, we had like this treehouse play center. He took him up there. I don't know what they were doing, but I know after a while, Junior came back down and tried to get me to go up in there with them. And I said no and ran away like a smart person.
So even as a young child, you knew that something was probably going on in that treehouse that shouldn't have been, and that's why you ran away.
I know just from recent encounters with my biological family that Junior and my older sisters, when they were younger and living with my biological family, that he would tie them up. And that's probably where that came from.
Your biological father would tie up your siblings just to keep them in one place?
I have no idea. I don't know the answer to that. I did talk to my biological father and explain some of the things that Junior did. And my biological father was like, oh, that's probably my fault. I used to tie up your siblings and make them escape from it or something like that. Don't remember all the conversation. Yeah. My biological parents are another story.
Yeah. And he's the guy that says that claims that you and your siblings are half black.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Sounds
He's
great.
He's a little bit of a Fruit Loop.
It runs the family a little bit.
Yeah, it's a little bit. I mean, I've been talking with my biological father, and he does say that a lot of the men, specifically the men in my family, my biological.
So this is still Jupiter. Today will wrap up the backstory on Jupiter, and then we will probably go into Buried next. Barry's a very colorful character. I'll just leave it at that.
Family are predators.
Let's talk about your.
And again, let me also just say this. I have no want, need, or reason to go off of a social media platform and look into these people's lives. So I will not be doing that going forward. Clearly, I'll go clip videos, but I'm taking people at their word. Okay. In my opinion, the sister has the more credibility on this one, but I'm not the judge, I'm not the jury, I'm not the executioner, and I'm not on a personal mission to find the truth. I'm just putting out what is on social media platforms, putting it together in a story and sharing it with y'all. So I have no way to validate, nor will I be searching for ways to validate anybody's story.
Your breaking point when you decided to leave your family?
After my mom
Hello, Kay.
died, things kind of just escalated. Just with my entire family. Like, I was under a lot of emotions, not just from my family, but kind of, I felt like I had no purpose, and I felt like my mom's death was my fault. Because I hadn't been doing something right, or she would still be here. It was, I guess, survivor's guilt. I mean, I still feel it a little
And she is talking about the foster mother who did pass away.
bit now and then. But in regards to what happened with Jupiter, I think I was like 18, 19. We were heading into town because we lived in a small town. There's 2 restaurants and a cafe out there, and that's it. But I wanted to go somewhere for dinner and just kind of feel some form of.
Now, she's going to go into a pretty crazy story about Jupiter. So be prepared.
Regularness after my mom died. So we got my 2 sisters and me and Corbin and my dad. We planned to go out to eat for my birthday. And Corbin lived the furthest, so Dad picked him up, brought him to the house, got me and one sister, and then we were off to get my oldest sister. The car broke down because it ran out of gas.
I want to say K9, it was a heart issue, but now I'm second guessing myself, so don't quote me on that one.
Oldest brother came with some gas, and my dad stepped out. My sister and I that were in the car decided to idle ourselves, like entertain ourselves while we're being idle. So we started singing songs that we liked, and Corbin didn't like that, so he told us to stop or he'd hurt us. And we didn't. We told Dad, because Dad had opened the door to grab something. We're like, Dad, he's threatening us again. He's like, oh, just ignore him. He doesn't mean anything by it. He doesn't understand what he's saying. He doesn't understand what he's doing. I'm like, no, Dad.
I also kind of want to say this is a weird. Okay, so she's telling the story. At this point, these are all adult kids, and she's telling the story. Their car ran out of gas, so they were broke down, waiting on the brother to bring a gas can, and they're singing fine. But then she says, "My dad opened the door," and I'm like, "Dad, he's hurting us." That's just such a weird part. So I feel like that should give you like a picture of kind of this entire dynamic. We're not dealing with people with a full deck of cards anywhere. So like I said, I will not be deep diving into any of these people, their personal lives, things like that, because I'm trying to keep in mind we're dealing with an entire group of people that aren't all together. So please, remember that. Take everything with a grain of salt.
He legit will hurt us. We decided to continue with what we were doing because, that's what our dad told us to do. And Corbin grabbed the seatbelt. I was in the front seat, and he pulled it tight so I couldn't move it, strangling me basically. And so I took off my shoe and I hit him with it. And he then turned to CR and said that he was going to strangle her next. And I told him if he so much as laid a finger on her, my high heel shoe that I had in my hand was going to go into his skull.
Oh my gosh. Was that the first time he ever tried to hurt you?
No, that was the last.
Yeah.
What was the
Exactly.
first time?
9.
Corbin was
That's
playing with
exactly
some
what I'm
books on the shelf, and I was showing.
The one thing I am learning on social media is that people don't give a fuck how they get famous, being famous or known, whether it's infamous, notoriety, whatever. All attention for some of these people is good attention, which is, like I said, why I'm not getting personally involved in anything I'm covering. I'm just putting it as it's out, putting it in order, and giving it to the audience. Like, this is, there's something here. I don't have it in me to go seek it out. But it is entertaining as fuck to sit back and watch. I ain't gonna lie. This is my soap opera from now on. The love life of Jupiter and Barry.
Showing my mom a song, singing my mom a song while she was in the bathroom, like kids do. Showing her a song and dance I had learned at daycare, and Corbin just comes up
She is about less than a year younger than Jupiter.
and punches me right in the nose.
Oh my gosh.
Blood everywhere. Of course, he gets scolded. My mom cleans us up and talks about using gentle hands. No repercussion for him, no timeout or anything. But the first time he tried to end my life, because that was not the first time he tried to end my life. I think I was like 10, 11, maybe 12. He started ramming my head into the door frame of his bedroom. And then there was a couple of times in between that time and the last time that he attempted.
Yeah.
My mom
does.
had gone
Like, more
into
credibility.
surgery. She got her knees replaced and was in recovery for it. My task was to make sure that Corbin got into the shower, because it had gotten so bad that some kids were making fun of him and making fun of me for having bad hygiene in school.
Okay. Let me just say this to you now. Yes, Anissa, definitely. If you thought it was bad before, you are not prepared for what she's about to say. Final warning to hit the eject button. Get a barf bucket ready. This is a barf bucket level 10 warning. I repeat, barf bucket level 10 warning. This is probably the grossest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. I watched this interview 3 times to try to get the timestamps because I like everything to go quick, so I can tell the perfect story as fast as I can. Keep everybody, laughing and following along. I hate when things drone on. This, I could not take, I had to just show this whole fucking thing because it's so much shit. It's just fucking gross. So, the last warning. Hit the eject button now.
And so Dad challenged us with the task to get Corbin to take a shower. And he refused. And he chased me down and strangled me. I think I was like 16. That would put him at 17. That was probably the first time in quite a few years
Yes, crack it
that Corbin had got punished. But we had all gotten punished by my dad when he got home for it.
You were trying to get him in the shower, right? And he was retaliating. He put his hands around your neck, right?
Yeah.
And could you explain what that felt like at that time?
I kind of just, this is just gonna be the end. This is it.
You thought that he
That's
was
not it.
finally gonna kill you.
Yeah. I thought that this would be also kind of a relief if he did, because then my mom would have no choice but to send him to prison. I was thinking about my sisters and my brothers and my nieces and nephews. Like, I legit had everybody that I ever knew, everybody that I ever encountered, and I just thought it just wouldn't matter anymore.
You were kind of thinking, I've been the scapegoat for years. I've been the one that, got all the lashings, got all the hate, got all the punishments. And if this was the time that Jupiter was caught doing something bad and he got sent to prison, then losing my life would be worth it. So he wouldn't have the chance to hurt others.
Like, if this is the way I'm gonna go, this is the way I'm gonna go, and I'd be okay with that.
But fortunately it wasn't. And you're still here and, smiling and breathing and,
Yes, Jenny.
living your best life. I want to kind of like shift it a little bit. I don't want to talk about anything deep for our next question. Let's talk about
Okay.
Jupiter's scent. I've
All right. Final barf bucket warning. This next part is about Jupiter's scent. I'm telling you, this is the nastiest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Okay, so to answer your question, NJ Robin says, I guess I'm confused if he's in a group home where it is his counselors or social workers to monitor his activities. He moves around to a lot of different homes or assisted living facilities. So as soon as they catch wind of him doing extreme shit, they usually kick him out and then he's on to the next. He's went back with his family, but then he can't go back to his family once the minor stuff came out because there's children there. He's in legal trouble right now. It's a fucking disaster. So, yeah, I do. Okay, and maybe I said it wrong. I absolutely do believe this girl, but please remember not to get emotionally invested in anyone because you never fucking know with these people. But yes, like I said from the beginning, my credibility, I give it to the sister. I don't think she's being melodramatic telling the story. I know her and Linda Binda had a couple interviews with each other so they could be on point with this public interview that they did. So if it does sound leading or anything like that, that might be why. But keep in mind, the sister did say she's writing a book. So, the easiest thing for me to do is not get personally invested and leave the story when I'm done watching it and move the fuck on. So I think it would be beneficial and healthy to continue to do that and keep that mindset going forward so we can just cover all the different types of people. There's so many people that are crazy online. So, all right, final barf bucket warning. She is about to very graphically describe the smell of Jupiter and the brother that molested
them. I've always, I know that you, just looking at him, you can tell that he smells. I want to hear about what his hygiene was like growing up. I've heard a little bit about it from you, but I want you to recap what you told me.
This is so bad. Sorry I'm laughing, but it's just, I don't know why it's funny. I don't even know if it's awkward anymore for me. I remember both of the scents that were both of my brothers growing up. Both of them had very specific scents. Like you could walk in their room and you could know which brother was in there last. Junior had like the smell, and this is going to be really gross, but it's the smell of sweat and like a musty kind of mildew scent, and the smell of like, if anyone has teenage brothers, I am so sorry, but when they don't clean up their mess from doing what teenage boys do properly, it has a very specific smell.
Yeah.
And so you could definitely tell. But with Corbin specifically,
I kind of want to die. I'm not kidding. Oh.
there was those two smells, but also he didn't have good bathroom habits. It would also smell like urine and fecal matter.
Great. Sounds lovely.
We had this chair that he would sit in when we were moving houses. My dad had to throw it away because it smelled like that, and we couldn't get rid of the smell.
So kind of like his dirty brown mattress that he has now.
Kind of, yeah.
If you had to guess what was on that mattress that he has now, what made it brown? Was it his sweat? Was it his dirt?
I think it would probably be a little bit of fecal matter. It might be dirt. He might not be lying on that, but I'm pretty sure that
the brown mattress
it
is
would
a
be
shit
a
mattress.
little bit of fecal matter.
So when you guys were older and living together, did he
What's up, Chloe?
take showers?
Yeah, Dad made him get showers, fortunately for me.
But you think if it wasn't for your dad, he wouldn't have showered?
Yeah. I'm 100% sure.
Yeah, and you mentioned something about his potty training the other day.
Oh, yeah. Mom cuddled him so much that he wasn't potty trained until he was 17. There was a time.
Was not potty trained till he was 17. 7 fucking teen.
Point in time where he was using the bathroom correctly 95% of the time. And then I don't know what happened. And then all of that seemed to just be thrown out the window. And so eventually it got so bad that my dad, once again, thank you to my dad, stepped in and was like, Mom's not going to clean you up anymore. And just threw like a pair of chonies at my brother. He had like the grown up diapers.
Do you think that he ever grew out of wearing those diapers?
No, he was still wearing them the last time I saw him.
So he could be walking around Idaho in these grandpa diapers filled with fecal matter. And that wouldn't surprise me that his mattress is brown.
That it wouldn't surprise me that.
Let this be a lesson to you. What's up, Sayla? You never know who the fuck you're talking to online. Never. You never fucking know. Never. They could be wearing a diaper.
That is what he's doing exactly.
That is disgusting, and I'm sorry you had to deal with that.
Out of everything about him, that was bearable for me.
So aside from the bad hygiene, he still was probably a torturous brother to have living with you. Not just from his actions, but from the people around him, like his mother. As long as he was in the house living with her, all her focus and attention would be on him.
After the whole incident where he tried strangling me, that was the final straw. My dad forced my mother to put him into a group facility because he was worried about the safety of me. Even after she placed him in a group home, all of her focus was on him.
Were there any times where Corbin acted sexual towards you specifically? You mentioned once where you had just taken a shower and he would watch you after.
Corbin was sitting at the table. I peeked out of the door and I was like, Mom, could you get Corbin to leave the kitchen for a minute? My mom just goes, Corbin, don't look. And she goes, okay, you're clear. So I had forgotten my clothes in my room. I had a towel, so I was covered. I ran from the bathroom to my room, and he just watched me. I came out and I'm like, Mom told you not to look. What happened to that instruction? And he goes, I'm sorry. It won't happen again. It happened again multiple times. And then there was one point in time where I'm just like, Corbin, if you don't leave the kitchen, when I get dressed, I'm going to come and do something about it.
You felt his watchful eyes, gazing upon you every time. Do you feel like looking back on that time, and that was the time he started touching you and groping you, right?
Yeah. Around, yeah.
Do you think that he was sexually attracted to you?
I just think he wanted to push and see how far and how much he could get away with.
You mentioned before that he threatened to end your life a lot.
Oh yeah, all the time, all the time. Like, and it would be something as simple as singing a song or humming to myself, or we'd be in the car and say I was finishing a level on a game that he wanted to play and I didn't give it to him right away, or me and my sisters didn't choose the movie he wanted to watch. Like, it was constant. And then all my mom would be like is, Corbin, don't talk like that. You shouldn't say stuff like that.
So this gives you an opportunity to see the other side of, because we heard him say several times, my parents told me prison or a group home, prison or a group home. So this kind of gives you the other side of his story. So again, he has this MO. He does really fucked up shit, gets called out about it, then goes into hiding. While he's in hiding, plays victim. So he's reliving these cycles that he got to do with his parents, wrong or right. And I'm not trying to put any kind of shade on the foster parents at all, not on the family, nothing like that. But it's an important thing to point out. He knows what the fuck he's doing.
What are some of the things that he would threaten you with?
Strangling us with the seatbelts, strangling us in general. He threatened us with kitchen knives, more specifically me. He threatened to throw me through a window and use the broken glass to slit my throat. We had these long garden shears. He threatened to cut mine and my sister's throats open with them. He threatened to light me on fire. That was a new one.
Oh yes. Okay, so on like TikTok, for instance, so Tracy F says, "Trader so true." They just had a story here on news last week. A young man unalived himself over internet, thinking it was a girl, but it was hackers playing with him about pictures they were going to send out. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit happening, and like I said, there's a lot of like malicious. So when it was a different story I was looking at. This, I want to say the kid's name is Daniel. Well, he's not a kid; he's a grown man. But hey, cold truth. So, my friend Royal Girl sent it to me. I'm not sure where she got it, but yeah, Royal Girl sent me this hat. It's good to see you, cold truth. So there are a lot of crazy malicious trolls. I think one of the stories I was looking at, again, another autistic kid. He's a little more autistic, but than Jupiter. But he was doing some fuck shit, and then these trolls felt justified. Anyways, that kid is now, or young man is now homeless, but he's also kind of a shitty person. But yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on. And some of these people that are doing it are legitimately 13-year-old kids. So it's crazy. A lot of it has to do with, they kept saying, because this kid, or this guy, Daniel, I think his name is, kept saying he was making a video game for Nintendo. So they would troll him like they were from Nintendo, get him to give him his passwords and shit, lock him out. Then he would blame, his talking to minors on hackers. I mean, it's just over and over again. There's a crazy ass world out there.
Creative.
Threatened to drown me, attempted to drown me, threatened to use like apron strings.
So he basically treated you like an object.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. He would threaten to like break our bones or smash our skull in just enough to cause damage but not kill us.
And how are you dealing with that today? Do you have like any trauma from any of that?
I have what's called CPTSD. My therapists that I have been seeing have told me it's almost as bad as, if not as bad as, someone who's been in war overseas, like a prisoner of war kind of scenario.
I have listened to, every part of your story that you shared with me, and I am so happy, so glad that I'm looking at you right now, and your purpose in life is to help others. And I think that you're going to do this by sharing your story. And I'm just so proud, so happy. And I know that you're going to do great things in this world.
I'm going to try next year to get a degree in psychology.
Wow.
And work with teens and young kids and maybe young adults who are going through similar traumas to what I have.
Is there anything else in your past that you want to share with my audience?
If you have a sibling or a family member who treats you the way that I was treated or treats you unjustly to the point where you feel like your life is in danger, no matter what they say or what they do to threaten you, that is more ammo they are giving you to use in a court of law to help yourself. And there are people out there that will help you. I mean, I have my friend, I have my social workers, my mental health care workers. There's people out there. I went to a shelter right out of my family home. I went to a very
Okay, so I put the link in the chat. Let me do it again. All right, Tracy, I appreciate you. I'll have to check it out. Okay, so we are going to end that part of the interview. There's the link for it if you want to finish watching it. There's about 15 minutes left, but that pretty much sums up the story. For really. So when I was a kid, I thought fucking quicksand was like legit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's not like that at all. So we are going to wrap this up with this last video on this playlist I put together for you. And then, like I said, the next TikTok person we will cover is Barry. And then I've got a couple more people to cover after that. And then I will be able to keep you updated on the Jupiter Barry saga once I introduce you to the book. Because I feel like it's, again, whether it's wrong or right, there are trolls that get them to fight each other, and it's pretty fucking entertaining. I'm not going to lie. Yeah, it was a great interview. She really did a good job. Like I said, start off as a troll, and then you realize you're onto something. It's cool how she's seeing it through. So, let me skip the next video. So, this is just a sneak peek at Jupiter's new fucking attitude. Okay. Which I will be bringing you in the future. Of course, I let the dogs out. Now they're barking.
Sorry, I've been gone for so long. But yeah, I did, and I still do regret my actions. You guys need to back off. I'm doing okay. I just haven't had any time to post. Oh, and Anonymous, I dare you to try and hurt me. You know not where I live. Knock it off! So yeah, half the stuff that I did, what drove me to do it was nicotine and alcohol.
I fucking told you. He's on this kick where he blames everything on being high off the nicotine.
That shit really messed me up, really messed up who I was. It messed up the person I was. And to tell you all the truth, I may be many things, but a child predator, I am not. I was really messed up back then. I've learned my lesson.
So, that is Jupiter, everybody. Listen, whatever you do, don't get high on nicotine, CBD, or alcohol, because it could cause you to talk to minors inappropriately on the internet. thank you guys for hanging out with me today. Like I said, going forward, we're going to have a lot of fun. And I'm going to continue to bring you the rabbit holes of the TikTok and Instagram. There's Facebook one. I mean, they're everywhere. So that's all I will be covering from now on is just a bunch of crazy motherfuckers. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye, guys.